Welcome to the Positively Joyful Productivity Show, where joy isn't a reward for productivity, it's the secret ingredient. I'm your host, Nicole Louise, coach, wife, and dog mom. This is a no-kid zone by design, created for women who are child-free, childless, or an empty nester embracing your next chapter. You all belong here. Each week, you'll hear inspiring stories from women around the world and learn tools, mindset shifts, and practical strategies for living a joyful life. You'll also discover the science behind why focusing on joy fuels focus, motivation, and lasting productivity. Let's get inspired, get organized, and create a life full of freedom, focus, and joy. Hello, and welcome back to the Positively Joyful Productivity Show. I'm your host, Nicole Louise, and I'm happy that you're here today. I'm going to be talking about something pretty cool and some things that I'm very excited to share with you. So I want to start with, I'm an Android girl through and through. I've mentioned that before. But even I can't help but notice all of the drama going on right now with Apple and AI and Siri. Well, let's just say that poor Siri, it's trying its best. But if you've ever asked Siri to do something useful and she gave you a Wikipedia article instead, you'll understand why I decided to build my own AI bestie, Nora Nourish. So Nora is not just smarter than Siri, she actually helps me stay on track with my wellness goals. She keeps me encouraged and adjusts in real time when life throws me some curveballs. And on today's episode, I'm sharing exactly how I use it and how you can start using AI to simplify everything in your life. Plus, there's a new freebie and a masterclass with your name all over it. So let's get into it. I used to be such a paper pencil girl. I used to journal my meals and my workouts, so I have a notebook and I would just keep track of everything. Old school pen and paper, like the good student that I am, right? But it became me just writing stuff down and never actually doing much with it. I didn't recap my week to see my progress or where I could improve. And going out to eat was a very, I'll say, mindless experience in terms of choosing what to eat. And I was always trying to autocorrect my workouts on the fly on my own. And of course, I am not a personal trainer, so you can imagine how that went. So, tracking just started to feel like another chore, like just something I had to do all the time, and I wasn't really doing anything with it. Well, then I started playing around with ChatGPT and I discovered GPTs specifically. And I had this light bulb moment like, what if my tracker could actually talk back to me and give me feedback and give me advice? So, introducing Nora Nourish, my custom GPT wellness buddy. So I built Nora to help me with things like meal planning and last minute meal changes, fitness habit tracking and adjustments on the fly. And maybe the best part is that it provides gentle encouragement, not guilt. So I'm going to go over all of these in a little bit more detail. So let me talk about how I use Nora Nourish to help me stay on track and how it's different than things I've used in the past. So in the morning, I get up and I usually just ask Nora to tell me like what the plan is for the day. And that way, I no longer have to think about it. I used to do all of that planning myself. And of course, not being, a fitness expert or a nutrition expert, it takes a lot of mental thinking, a lot of cognitive load. And so having a tool to do that for me frees up my brain for other things. So I'll get up, get the plan for the day. I check in after each meal just so that I don't forget what I've eaten. And then at night, it kind of reflects on the day for me and it gets me set up for the following day. So it's kind of like texting a coach who actually listens and is available all the time. So let me give you a couple of examples of how I've used this recently and how it's kind of changed things for me. So I recently went to brunch with my girlfriends, and beforehand, I had Nora Nourish scan the restaurant menu and pick out some options for me. What it picked out was really good. It's stuff that I probably would have chosen for myself. But I had a nice carby bagel on my mind instead. And so rather than feeling guilt and shame around enjoying a delicious bagel, Nora helped me restructure the rest of my day around it. And that is something that I would not have done on my own. So that was like a huge light bulb moment of like, oh, I can still, have this bagel and just adjust the rest of my day so that I'm not like feeling guilty and bad about eating a bagel. It was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. So that was one of like the first times I really like found the intense value in having this tool. And another example was recently I was feeling really tired and I skipped a strength training session because I just wasn't feeling it. And so rather than criticizing or judging, Nora simply reworked the rest of the week for me. No drama, just a simple readjustment. And I've got to tell you, having this tool who responds with grace instead of guilt, that is something pretty incredible. And it's actually helping me and teaching me be kinder to myself as well. We all have that negative voice running in the background all the time, constantly nagging and criticizing and judging ourselves. This is helping me to undo some of that. And I was like, whoa, this is really powerful. And I think that it's really the biggest takeaway is that having this GPT as my tool is actually helping me accomplish my goals faster, stay on track, or if I go off track, like I did recently when my husband was on vacation, getting back into it is not this big deal. So I'm also feeling a million times less guilty, and there's no shame around eating some salt and vinegar chips once in a while. That's huge. And I was talking with some friends recently about, this like all or nothing mentality that we can have when it comes to, making healthy choices for ourselves. And if we deprive ourselves completely of things that we love, that desire, that need to have that certain thing just increases 100-fold. So allowing yourself to have those little moments of, for me, salt and vinegar chips or a vodka martini, which is my kryptonite, um, having those things once in a while is not the end of the world. And I am starting to undo that guilt and shame around enjoying these things on occasion. And I'm not feeling awful about it the next day. So I've got to tell you, for about the $20 a month that I'm spending on the ChatGPT subscription, it's probably the best investment that I've made in a very long time. And it's mind blowing how this tool is really helping me rethink things. It's pretty cool. And so I just want to share with you To use ChatGPT and to create your own GPTs, you do not have to be tech savvy. You don't have to be a coder. You don't have to be an engineer. You don't have to be any of those fancy tech roles. If you know how to type, if you know how to use the internet, then you can totally do this. So if you are juggling work, home, and everything in between, you deserve support like this. And it couldn't be easier to use. Again, if you can type, if you can use the internet, if you can use your phone, you can use AI. And I just want to reiterate something. AI isn't cheating, it's delegating and creating a thought partner, a non judgmental coach, which is at your fingertips 24/7, 365. Now, that is something that no coach is capable of doing. Now, I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about some resources that I have available now. I'm very excited. I've made something called The Busy Woman's Secret Weapon 40, yes, 40 AI tools to simplify everything. And this, my loves, is your no fluff guide to AI that actually helps you win back your time. Now, this is a complete digital guide that covers every category of life. You know that I am the routine productivity queen, and making your life outside of the office is my specialty. And so I've covered every category from to-do lists to travel. And if you are looking for ways to make your life easier, better, faster, these tools are going to do just that for you. I've included tools that help you with finances, meal planning and grocery shopping, travel planning, time management, reading and writing, even household items, and then a few miscellaneous things as well. So this is going to become your go-to resource for any AI tool. And I personally have checked them all out myself, so I know who they're going to work for. And that way, you're going to know right away if the tool is going to benefit you or not. So this tool is going to avoid you spending hours combing through Google searches to find what's going to work best for you. I've done all the heavy lifting. So, the Busy Woman's Secret Weapon 40 AI Tools to Simplify Everything is now available for you to download. I'm very, very excited about this. I've poured a lot of my heart and soul into this, and so I'm very honored and happy to release this out into the wild now. You can grab it in the show notes below. And if you found my story of Nora Nourish intriguing, and if you're ready to create your own version of Nora Nourish, step by step, I've got something just for you. You're going to want to get your hands on the Amplify to Simplify Masterclass series. In this masterclass, you get all of the easy to follow instructions that are just plug and play to create your very own Nora Nourish. Plus, I actually give you the roadmap to create 2 more GPTs to help you in your daily life as well. You're going to learn how to use ChatGPT if you're brand new to it, create and use your own GPTs. Plus, I teach you how to use Notion to set up your life headquarters. We've talked about Notion on this podcast before. You know I'm a fan, and so I wanted to include that as well because it can be pretty overwhelming when you first open up Notion and you're like, oh my God, what do I do? So I show you exactly what to do. And if you don't want to do the technical setup, I've got your templates, so you don't have to do a thing. You just download and use. And I am also including a bonus module on a very cool AI tool that I recently discovered called any.do. This is the ultimate and easiest to use to-do list app. So, with this masterclass, there are tons of bonuses included. Some of them are a prompt cheat sheet, so you'll know how to talk to GPT like you're a pro, a tech troubleshooting guide that tells you exactly what to do if tech decides to go a little wonky. You get Notion templates, like I said, that are just plug and play. If you don't care about setting up or the technical stuff, then you just move on, download the template, boom, you're ready to go. And an action plan to get your AI assistants up and running in just minutes, plus a few more bonuses. And if you are a complete beginner to using ChatGPT or any other AI tools, this is definitely for you. I created this especially for women who are feeling a little unsure or even overwhelmed by AI. So I take you through the process step by step and I show you exactly what to do. Okay, so you can sign up for this now. Link will be in the show notes below. Don't wait until burnout strikes. And the price is going to be increasing soon on this, so don't miss out on your introductory beta price offer. Okay, so I just want to recap and kind of go over what we learned today. So we talked about Nora Nourish and how this tool is amazing to keep you on track with your health goals, whether it is movement goals, whether it's nutrition goals, and don't forget that amazing mindset piece that is helping me personally remove the guilt and shame around making different decisions. And I also want to reiterate that AI isn't here to replace humans. It is here as a tool to help our lives become easier, better, faster. Now, you can download the free resource, The Busy Woman's Secret Weapon, 40 AI Tools to Simplify Everything, and sign up for the masterclass, the Amplify to Simplify Masterclass series. Now, links are in the show notes below. And share this episode with a friend who's doing too much. You know the one. Send this her way and share these resources with her. I would be forever grateful. Now, you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will chat with you very soon.